This week on SailAway, we sneak into a super secret anchorage.
None of the depths that are on the chart match the actual depths.
We discover the centuries-old ruins of one of the first estates in the Exumas.
Big fireplace.
Bye!
And we reluctantly bid farewell to Luke and Chase.
SailAway!
So meet me on that island, kiss me on that shore. Hey, promise me that we'll sail away, and I'll be yours forevermore. Just promise me that we'll sail away, and I'll be yours forevermore.
Alright, well, we finishing up our early morning here at Mariah Key, and I think we're about to head on. We had a very nice evening last night in a very isolated, pretty anchorage, only one other boat, and we had a very rolling night. Even though we were tucked way back in, I think the swell just kind of wrapped around the point. Right over there is the point that leads out into the channel. The wind is basically coming straight down it since it's coming from sort of east-southeast. And even though that is way down there, we were just getting a very small little swell coming in here, and it wasn't the worst we've had by any means. But it was just kind of rocky, wasn't the most comfortable, and we're not seeing too much to explore here without going a really long way. So we are going to go brave the entrance to Red Shanks. On the chart, it only reads like 3 to 4 feet at mean low water. Approaching high tide in about an hour and a half. So we're going to try to get there with about an hour left of rising tide and kind of pick our way in. It's supposed to be a really pretty little kind of a hole back in between islands. I don't know if we'll do any sailing on the way over there. It's not a real long trip, only about a half hour. Maybe we'll just furl out the Jenny just for a little bit of sailing fun. And we should be there in no time. Wish us luck.
Windows wide, the curtains fly to catch the evening breeze. Without you here to keep me warm, believe I'd rather freeze. Believe I'd rather freeze. And how long can we walk that line between the sea and sand? How long can we bide our time for dreams we never planned? For dreams we never planned. When the sky said the winter time was coming on, and you cried to see a shadow, babe, was growing long across the lawn. Another song.
Well, we are entering entering Masters Harbor, where Red Shanks anchorage is. So far, we've had no issues getting in here. It's way deeper than charted. Like, way deep. It's crazy. We've been navigating on Navionics, which is what most people use down here. But the Explorer charts are very popular and considered more accurate. And our friends on Alibi have those, and I think that's where they got the tip that you can get back in here, even though the chart says you can't. So they got in and they gave us a skinny on how skinny, and it's not that skinny. So we're on our way back in there right now.
It's Tuesday night, it's 3 a.m. I ought to be asleep. If only I could tell you all about the dreams I keep. about the dreams I keep. I wake up every morning and I'm wasted all the day. I turn it all around if I could only hear you say that you were here to stay. When the sky said the winter time is coming on,
Get ready.
and you cry to see a shadow, babe, it's growing long across the lot. Another song.
Go about 15 feet of rope. Well, now we are anchored here in Masters Harbor. We are sharing our anchorage with only one boat. Catching up on some reading, about to get some lunch. All our friends are over in that hole over there. And that was the way in, but it was just a little crowded. None of the depths that are on the chart match the actual depths, which in this case is good because it was only marked to be 3 or 4 feet deep, and the actual depths, or the least we saw, was 7, briefly. We went ahead and crossed over to this spot, and it's great. We're sitting in 12 feet of water, and just 12 to 13 all the way around. And now that we're sitting still, for the first time, I have our hookah set out. And keep in mind, I am not a diver, not certified, but it has a couple different regulators, got some spare parts, a couple extra belts. Anyway, this is the regulator that's got the right fittings on it to actually hook up to everything. So it's the one that was used most recently. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to use it first, see how things go. And the other regulators actually look nicer. So, but I say we'll start with this as a baseline and see what happens. And just turn this thing on and see what it does. There's a big old bladder out here, which I assume will fill up. I'm breathing. I wasn't able to suck air through that thing when it wasn't on. I'll go underwater and put it in my mouth and see if I die. Note the environmental confusion we have going on in here. Luke, shirtless. I'm also shirtless.
Lauren says it's cold outside.
Lauren's wearing a sweater.
Cold.
I think you have fully adapted to the warm environment. And I'm about to risk my life.
Yeah, have fun.
I'll breathe through a hose.
See you later.
You gotta film it. You're gonna need proof for the insurance.
I need to work toot.
Works?
Yep.
Alright.
Weird experience for somebody that's never done this.
Maybe we should have taken a scuba diving lesson once or twice.
It's a weird experience breathing underwater. It's hard not to hold your breath. Like I get working, scrabbing, I'd be like, it's just like automatic, you just doesn't feel right. But I mean, pretty cool.
We're loose.
Bye, Cecilia.
Hi, Cecilia. We're gonna go explore some ruins. Walker Manor ruins. It is that way. We are on Crab Key, across the bay from Stocking Out.
Pretty good spot for his house. A lot of man hours to build one of these things. These are big freaking rocks. There's the wood. Some kind of wood post. So we did a little brief reading up on these ruins, and they're called the Walker Manor ruins. Apparently this Walker guy was a British loyalist in the 1700s. He came and set up this manor house with a botanical gardens, exotic plants shipped over on Her Majesty's fleet. And then they built what they called a very, very impressive house, considering the location and the fact that this key was not connected to the island at that point. Yeah. That's a big fireplace. And look at this window over here. It's got bricks in it. Cook surface or hearth or something. So all of these roads and all this stuff is part of a whole resort community in addition to the marina that was planned. That lazy river is part of it.
Is that the lazy river? Oh, look how beautiful.
Just terminates right there. Interesting. Looks pretty clear. Where does it go to?
Out to sea. It just winds right up here.
This winds right out?
Yeah.
I mean, that question was a little stupid.
Yeah.
It's spring fed.
Yeah. It's all front.
The water looks like a water name. Yeah, it looks like a water name.
It looks like a river.
Yeah, it looks like a river.
It's like a water name.
You're correct. Yes, today is a lazy sail / fishing day, and once again the fish appear to be safe. Although we're about to fire the motor up to go a little faster and see if maybe a little more speed on our troll will help. If not, try again another day. So did you guys have a good visit?
Had an awesome visit. I'm not looking forward to going back.
What temperature is it in Ohio right now?
I think it's a high of 20 today.
It's been nice to be here for such an extended period of time, not like had to jump on and off a plane and rush to get here and spend a few days and then feel like you have to rush back.
Yep. Got into a flow.
Yeah.
It's just like you guys, just live here now. Like, it's gonna feel really weird when you're gone. Lauren's gonna be sad to be stuck here with me and Rivers again. But at least we got you guys out on a sail finally.
Yeah. Our rum won't be gone as much though.
Yeah, we have drank so much rum and so much freaking Tampico.
What, 2 5 bottles there? I think there's more.
There's 2 on that side. The Cecilia drink. It's basically mango Tampico with multiple rums, whatever we have around. And we did that a lot.
Lie in the sun. Yeah, my friends are sitting laughing, but I just keep on laughing. They're knocking on my door, but I'm knocking them down. They say I'm acting crazy, but I just wanna lie in the sun.
No problem. Anytime.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you back in like 2 months, you know? Or like as soon as you
See
get
you, man.
there, do it again. Just turn around and come right back.
Good to see y'all.
See you, bro.
I love you.
Did you have fun? Let's say goodbye to Uncle Chase.
Bye.
We'll see you again soon. Sorry you can't come to Snowy, Ohio.
Careful.
Okay.
Hopefully you have everything.
We weighed down.
Bye.
Bye, Zeke. Bye, SailAway.
Just like that. They were gone.
Drifted away on an ocean.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring that bell. And a huge thanks to all our patrons for their additional support. If you'd like to become a member of our crew, just check out our Patreon link in the description. Cheers.
I'd be listless and lonely if I didn't have you to hold me as the sun sets and miles roll by.